What is going on, folks? You're watching The Hungry Handgunner. I'm Nick, and I had plans to do a lot of shooting and filming, but the weather says that tomorrow is going to be nothing but rain. And as you can maybe see, they're making some improvements and changes to the range, so no shooting today. But I did have something I wanted to talk about. So I had the opportunity over last Sunday, to go train with some guys, much more experienced, better shooters, things like that than myself. And I thought this would be excellent. This was a good opportunity to kind of take it was full kit training, so body armor, AR-15, pistol. Right from the get-go, I started noticing some things that I needed to remedy. Number one, I didn't have an outside the waistband holster for my M9A3. Believe it or not, I actually carry that gun inside the waistband, no outside the waistband holster, so I had to take a Glock. So there's that. I would have preferred to take the M9A3 just to keep my training uniform across the board. The Glock worked okay, things like that. So needed a outside the waistband holster for the M9A3 right from the get-go. We were going to do some light hiking. Well, the trainer instructor, now friend of mine that was doing this, his definition of light hiking and mine is very different. This was several miles in the mountains in full kit at his pace, which at 56 years old was running circles around us. So, very good shape, very interesting background, very high speed, low drag kind of guy. So the boots that I had for this light hiking, well, I didn't have hiking boots. I had Georgia work boots, steel-toed, logger, 9-inch insulated boots. Very heavy, and my hamstrings felt that at the end of the day. So, need some new boots. Getting onto the body armor. Now, I had everything set up, had my mag pouches. I was going to put it on to demo for you guys, but it had everything on the vest, right? Had my knife, mag pouches, pistol, and rifle. That weight is on your shoulders, just on your back, which does not feel good after a long time. So you see the guys running around where they have like war belts or battle belts, and a lot of that weight's on their hips. Well, if you've done any backpacking or hiking, you know that weight on your hips is better than weight on your shoulders and back. A little lesson that I had to relearn last Sunday. The other thing I noticed is something that I did start working on by getting back in the gym. I'm horribly out of shape, even more so when you start putting body armor and things like that on. So, as far as the actual shooting went, the St. Victor held up fine. No issues there. It shot fine. I had just changed the optic back from the Vortex Strike Eagle back to a SIG Romeo Red Dot. That worked fine. Pistol, the Glock held up. I'm not really a great shot with the Glock, but we did shoot some dot tortures, and I did okay with that. So, why am I saying all this? Before Sunday, I thought I was good to go. I thought I had the gear I needed. I thought that the way I had my gear configured was fine. Not the case, right? So get out there, use this gear for more than a couple hours. I spent most of Sunday in that gear, and learned some things weren't working real good. So no, this is not an excuse to buy more gear. The amount of money that I'm looking at remedying that situation could buy a new gun. So yeah, there is that. Some of you guys are saying, well, do you even really need all that? Hopefully not, but it's one of those things. I choose to take the be prepared mindset, and this is one area I'm doing that. If you disagree, fine. So with whatever gear you have, if you don't get out, spend some time with it, put yourself through some paces with it, you may get lulled into a false sense of complacency, a false sense of confidence like I had, thinking I was squared away when I really wasn't. And those things are things that you're just going to find out, whether that's a holster you're using, or that's a set of optics, set of sights, optics, whatever. Ammunition, your carry ammo. Have you actually made sure that it'll cycle in your gun? Because you don't want to find out it won't when you need it for a serious purpose. Little things like that. Your boogaloo, shit hit the fan gear, whatever. You spend some time in it. Spent some time hiking, running. That was the other thing. We did some running and shooting, and guys, I knew this kind of already, but it was driven home by just the state of exhaustion I was in once we started running these drills. Everything's different with body armor. So if you have body armor, spend some time in it. Really, a lot of time. Because when you are out of breath, tired, sweaty, wet, cold, whatever, everything changes. So there is that. I did talk to the guys that I was training with. We're going to be doing this regularly, at least once a month. I think we're going to do it. And I may get some video footage and stuff from the last time when the guys had his drone out there, so I may put that stuff up so you guys can point and laugh at me and be awed and amazed at the other guys. And then maybe make some videos with the GoPro the next time we do it. So it should be fun, and I am going to have more shooting footage. I haven't run out of ammo, I promise. I am trying to conserve it though. But we got some new steel. Got something I'm going to try with these fence posts and whatnot. If you guys know what that little red gizmo is, I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've used one. I'm not looking forward to it. So, guys, test your gear. Have a good time with it. Make it as enjoyable as possible. And don't be afraid to keep notes. There were a couple times there where I'd like, in between drills or whatever we're doing, I'd pull my phone out and be like, need new boots. Need belt to get these mags off of here and down lower. Things like that. Don't be afraid to say, this isn't working good. I mean, I'm coming out right here in front of 7,000 and something of you guys and saying, hey, I really wasn't squared away. So there's no shame in realizing that you might have made a mistake or that you can get better or whatever. So if you guys are interested, drop a comment and I'll kind of go over body armor battle belt setup as I get this stuff figured out and dialed in once I figure out what works for me, and I'll just show you guys what I went with and why. So if there's any interest in that kind of video, drop a comment and let me know. It's gonna be a little ways out because I want to make sure I actually have it squared away. But that's going to be about it. Stay safe, guys. Have a very happy and safe New Year. By the time you see this, it'll probably be New Year's Day. But take care. And if you do want one of these shirts, I'll have a link in the description. Pretty cool from the folks at Full 30. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.